Hello again, Car Online here. I have been watching many people's takes on the tragedies that have transpired, the take of people of good, to make it clear. The obvious takeaway from many of these videos is how Charlie Kirk stood for something and was willing to walk with it as well. Tons of praise for him, for the way he conducted himself and his ability to transmit that same comport through to even his most belligerent detractors, and for his willingness to give a voice and platform to anyone who wanted to pose a counterpoint, fully knowing of the dissent that may follow. But it was Theo Vaughn's response that outlined a peculiarity.
Excuse me. But I did admire that he was brave. That he showed up to have conversations. And it was such a final and sick and distant thing. It was from so far away. And maybe that's it, that somebody so far away can shut you down.
It was a light bulb moment for me when I heard him mention how the assassin acted from far away from the public square and the free exchange of ideas, and ultimately snuffed out the life of a husband and father solely on the basis of disagreement. Vehemently outraged that someone would think of opposing their ideology so openly and publicly, and even worse, have an audience of both supporters and dissenters alike willing to come face to face and just listen to one another regardless of response. This lunatic is not unlike the people we are watching celebrating Mr. Kirk's death.
And maybe that's selfish to think that, but it left me scared. Because a lot of people go out and put themselves out in front of the public, and we all do. We do it when we walk down the street. We do it when we take our dog to the dog park. You do it when, if you step on a stage and read a poem or sing a song or anything. And that's kind of, I think that's what it was. It's like, that's supposed to be something that's kind of safe, right? To be able to have a voice, to say something.
Theo Vaughn's video, admitted by himself, recorded without much preemptive. It was more, in the way I see it, a venting mechanism to express the fear that he was feeling. Fear for himself, a public figure that goes up on stage to provide entertainment, and also fear for the vulnerability of everyone and anyone else that presents themselves on stage in whatever capacity. This was profound to me. It was here that I made the distinction. We're in a moment in time where courage is needed more than ever before, because there are vile cowards lurking in the fringes where the people of good gather, and with violence want to silence our voices. But courage is contagious. Courage, in my opinion, is prerequisite for any action taken. Charlie Kirk is the epitome of that courage. In the mortal risk that he took, his ideas flourished and his points came across. From far away and out of sight, a festering hatred boiled over and without remorse attempted to silence those ideas. These two diametrically opposed ideologies could not have been represented any more accurately. And I am ashamed and depressed that it took a tragedy for the people of good to finally see hatred for what it is. The people of good do not go by labels like left or right, Democrat, Republican, or Independent. The people of good are just that. Good people that, regardless of views and personal beliefs, can still come together and denounce, shame, and act against evil. This is a little script that I had written earlier today while at work during break. And since then, I've watched a couple more things and had some more introspection about the whole deal. I reached a breaking point today, just recently. I caved and I cried with my daughter and my wife on my lap, and I told them how much I love them. I told them how much I see the fragility that is life, and my new outlook in it, and how precious it is. And I made her a promise, put to both my wife and daughter, that I would do something with myself, not just mindlessly work hour upon hour on some wagey job I have a good job, but I mean, things could be better. And I told her that whatever comes of this, I will not stop putting my voice out there because it's time. It's time to do that. And if I have the privilege of gaining traction little by little, then that's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm going to put myself out there. I want to put those ideas out there and follow in the footsteps of other great people here on this platform, on YouTube, and join in on the fight in whichever way I can help and propagate goodness. And the idea that we can fight against this, not through violence, but also not with meekness. We cannot be, or rather, we can't shy away from this anymore. These people, these radicals on the left, want us dead. This is not a lie anymore. See it for yourself. See social. Rather, I would urge you not to step into social media anymore. It is a rotten place. It has festered for so long without any sort of backlash for these people that they think that they have a stronghold on all sorts of media. We have to teach them that that's not the case. Charlie Kirk's assassination is not the culmination of their actions. It is a continuation of a murderous ideology that has proved itself time and time again throughout history of being just that, a bloodthirsty lust for power to subjugate the will of the good people that only want just that, to cohabit with like-minded good people, regardless of political views, religion, race, or viewpoints. The people of good need to stand against this evil. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you all.